Hey there, Crane America. I just want to spend a few thoughts with you on why I'm running for commissioner. I get asked that all the time. I just got through with last night's Republican Forum there in Crane, and also speaking to the students of Crane, Texas this morning. It was a privilege to get to be able to do that. But I just wanted to briefly touch on where my heart is with Crane. I know some of you people weren't there and they didn't record it, but growing up in Crane, it was the light of West Texas, and now I don't see it being the shining light of West Texas. You drive through Crane, and the streets are run down. The downtown business, when you drive through Main Street, is pretty much just flat out awful, and we need a change, and we need a facelift on our downtown. And I think there's a lot of things that we can do to improve downtown. And a lot of grants and stuff that we're missing out on that could actually benefit not only the business owners downtown, but actually when people drive through Crane can sit there and say, man, what a town this is. I also believe that we're missing out on a lot of economic development opportunities. I believe that we have an opportunity in the next few years that we can either keep going down the path we are, or we can make a change for the better. And as a commissioner, I'm suggesting that we go and reach out and find an economic developer to come in here to Crane County and actually bring business and opportunities, and somebody that's skilled in grant writing that will come in here and benefit Crane, Texas. Some people say, well, we don't want to spend the money on another county employee. Well, that's where I come in as far as the commissioner's salaries. I believe that we can actually cut the commissioner's salaries from $59,000 to roughly $39,000 and actually pay for the process of being able to get an economic developer in here. That would give us roughly around $80,000 to get somebody that's skilled to come in here and bring businesses in. I also believe that our kids are lacking in opportunity. We don't have fields where they can practice Little League football or Little League soccer or Little League softball, any of those things. Our fields haven't changed since I grew up in the 1980s, and that's been a long time. We need to get on top of these things because it's just getting worse and worse. Our buildings, our exhibition building, our library, our jail, they're all over 60 years old. And we're just wanting to be reactive on things instead of being proactive. It's time to get proactive on these things because it's getting to the point where these buildings are costing us way too much money. And it's time for our vision to prosper Crane to step up. 60 years ago, commissioners in Crane decided, you know what, our county needs a place to hold functions, and they created the exhibition building. They decided that, you know, it is great for our young children to be able to read, so they created the library. They knew that we needed the protection, and so they had the jail put in place where we could actually house prisoners and not spend money housing them somewhere else. You know, our jail is going to get to the point where if it doesn't pass an inspection, which it gets harder and harder every year for these guys to pass an inspection on the jail, I want to commend Sheriff Aguilar for doing a great job of getting that thing and keeping it up and running, but it's getting hard, and it's time to start thinking about the future because we don't want to be spending money on things that we don't need to be spending money. You realize that if we don't have a jail, we're going to be spending $300,000 to $1 million a year sending our detainees away, and we can't afford to do that as a community. So we need to be proactive. I want to commend Rankin for doing a great job of making a great jail over there. They're doing a phenomenal job over there with their jail, and they're actually making money keeping their sheriff's department going. And Crane County can do that as well, and we need to start thinking about these things. I think that we can either do three things with our swimming pool. We can either keep putting money in it right now the way it is, or we could tear it down, build another outdoor pool, or we can be smart, we can be creative, and we can build an indoor facility with a brand new pool in there that has the slides and the diving boards, and we can even have a little bitty spot over there for the splash zone for the little kids that don't know how to swim yet. and even put in there a lap pool, 6-lane lap pool, and where older people can do laps or water aerobics. Also have 4 or 5 rooms in there where you can actually have birthday parties year round, Super Bowl parties, all those things. Things that would make money for our community year round. People would come from all over West Texas to do that. But I think we need to start getting proactive instead of reactive. Crane was the shining light when I grew up, and I want it to be the shining light of West Texas again. I think our exhibition building, we need to really start thinking about a brand new civic center over there. I think it's time that we start approaching these things in a way where we're not leaving our senior citizens out to dry as far as their building as well. We're getting to the point where people, it's time to revamp Crane. And I have a vision for it. I have a passion for it. I pray that everybody in Precinct 2 come out and vote. And I pray that you honor me with a vote. I'd be humbled to serve this community. And if you have any questions at all, you can definitely call me or write me here on Facebook. And as a matter of fact, next Tuesday night, February 20th, from 5 to 8, I will be at My Friend's Grill. If you have any questions, any concerns, please come out and see me. And I will be happy to address any of those concerns. Thank you. I appreciate your time. If you don't live in Precinct 2 and you like what I'm saying, go tell your friends, go tell your families, tell them to go out and vote. Vote Brents. Let's go get this done. Let's change our community back the way it needs to be. Thank you. God bless.